I'm just really excited to be here today, man. Go over some social tips that I use as an SDR, and that I still use as an AE, just because social is where it's at. It's growing every single day, and if you're not utilizing social media, specifically LinkedIn and B2B sales, you're getting behind.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, thanks for joining us today, and tell me a little bit about, you know, why you like social. Like, tell me about how your sales life changed going from not using social to using social. Like, take me from the beginning to where you're at today, and the results and impact that it has had on your life.
Yeah. Well, before I even got into like tech sales in general, I was in pharmaceutical sales, and we never really used social media for anything in pharmaceutical sales, but I just always knew that LinkedIn was going to be a resource one day. So I just continually added people as much as I possibly could, liked as many things as I could without really knowing what I was doing. And then once I got into like tech sales and I learned more about what it took to like make money on social media, essentially, I got into like the really granular details on how I would get on people's feeds, how do I gain more followers organically, all these different things, and a lot of which I collaborated with you about. And we basically figured out that there's this algorithm that all the social media platforms use to prioritize what everyone's seeing in their newsfeed. And we kind of figured out a way to, like, I don't want to say manipulate, but but use it to our advantage. And I'm really excited to go through a little bit more of the details here in a second here.
Yeah. So what do you mean? Walk me through kind of the strategy, or what do you mean by algorithm? And
Yeah, so it all started when me and you went to Grant Cardone. He had a growth conference in Miami, and you hooked it up with some tickets, and I went, and we got to meet with Grant Cardone, meet with Jared, and listen to their entire presentation. And a lot of Grant's focus was social media and just how posting every single day and just making sure you have a lot of engagement on your posts, and just constantly keeping the newsfeed full of your stuff so your face is out there every single day, has just made a huge impact in his business. And I mean, obviously he has like tons of testimonials as well. But I looked more into it after that, and I read a book it's right here actually. It's called The LinkedIn Sales Playbook by Brian Tillman. And it was all about just
Brent Tillman, right?
Brandon Tillman, yeah. Brent.
Funny.
Well,
Yeah.
depends on your accent, right?
She's awesome. She's awesome. Keep going.
Yeah. So in the book, Brent talks about like how keywords are so essential in LinkedIn, and like making sure that your entire social media profile is just decked out with keywords. So whenever someone's searching for you or searching for anybody in that matter, that you pop up in the search. So went through and did all of that. And then later in the book, she goes on about how every post that you post has like a specific score that adds to your personal algorithm score that will eventually, dominate who is going to be shown on everyone's news feeds. So every time you post a post, you get an algorithm point. Every time you post a post with video, you get an extra algorithm point. Every time you post something with video that you created, you get an extra point. Every time someone comments on your post, you get an extra algorithm point, and they get an algorithm point. It's just like this constant score that's just continually going up and up and up and up and up for everybody on LinkedIn, and it distinguishes who's showing up on people's news feeds. And since I started trying to, leverage that system and just trying to get as many algorithm points as I can, I've just noticed more and more inbound leads coming in. And then even when I do like cold outreach, it's less cold because people have seen me before or seen you before. And it's just really, it's basically produced like an extra 30% of business for me just from social selling.
Wow. Almost 1/3. So you think like 1/3 of the business is coming from social?
Yeah, 100, if not more on like some weeks, it varies, but I would say
that's insane. So for the algorithm, what were the factors again? like that you learned and that you heard about? So natively uploading a video, you mentioned. What else?
Yeah, so there's like a hierarchy of like content basically. So it's
Okay.
like the
Walk.
top the top of the food chain is like video that you uploaded yourself and then posted.
Interesting.
And then after that it's like a picture that you uploaded and posted. And then it's like if you link a video and then post it, or it's then if you link a picture and then post it. And then it goes all the way down to like content that you write, and then there's like articles that have certain type of algorithm points. But every time someone likes your content, every time someone comments on your content, every time that every time there's like a discussion in the comments, it's just adding towards your algorithm point. So like for you, you've had like, you know, a few videos get 300 views or 300 likes with like thousands of views. Like
Yeah, my last one, I think
that's adding to your score.
750 likes, like 100,000 views. Insane. It was actually my most viral video in 24 hours yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nuts.
Mm-hmm.
But keep going. So because of that video, I have one home run that improves my algorithm score.
Well, every single time you post it improves it, but that home run is going to add significant more. And it's like everybody that saw that post that hadn't heard of you before, you're now going to start showing up on their feed like a lot more often because they engage with your content by liking it. And it's all based upon your second degree connections, right? So like the bigger your network is, the more second degree connections you have, the more like you're going to show up in the news feed for like John Doe commented on this post, which was your post, right? And then that's going to show up in someone else's feed. And then someone who sees that is going to like it. And then that's going to show up in someone else's feed that's going to say like, blah, 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 like John Doe's comment on this post. You know what I mean? It's just like this ever going like waterfall, like domino effect of these algorithm points just adding up. And it's impossible to keep up with people like you if you don't post every day and you don't post like engaging, informative content. And there's like this battle out there right now between like thought leaders who has like the best like engaging content because they all realize that the algorithm is real and that this algorithm is changing people's businesses.
Wow, that's insane, man.